Yes, my people, it is your boy VRD. Welcome to part two of this the back end service scenario. Part one, we brought a 350 out of Willesden Depot down to Euston and coupled up to another 350. And now we're a 12 carriage 350 heading up to Milton Keynes, calling out Watford Junction. So we're being told to close our doors on a red signal, which is against the rules, but what can you do? Let's get those doors closed. That windscreen wiper sound is gonna drive me insane. Do we have a head code? Confirm deregister. Registration code. I don't think we have one. No, we don't have a head code. Okay, so yeah, that's annoying. And now that our doors have closed, the game gives us a green signal with the B indication, which I hate. Not realistic in the slightest, but okay. DRA reset. Forward. We'll test our hill start button as we move off here. And we are away. Speed limit departing Euston Station, 25 miles an hour. Next station, Watford Junction, my people. Watford Junction. And we're big 12 carriage, so you can feel the weight of the train. Let's hope that the game doesn't crash this time. Last time I was driving a northbound service in a 390 late at night, the game decided to crash when I was around. I think I was in the Queen's Park area when it happened, so hopefully that does not happen again. Speed limit goes up to 40 in a second. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. Up to 30 and then do the running brake test as usual. Did you not see that? The piece of grass, the piece of grass with lighting being shone on it, shone. There was a piece of grass with lighting growing in the tunnel. I don't know why I found that so funny. Anyway, speed limit is now 50. We had an AWS warning. I don't know why. We've got a green signal with a position 1 junction indication. Interesting. I'm starting to get a bit more familiar with the route now. This section coming out of Euston, I think Euston to Queen's Park is probably where I need to. I think I just need to carry on going in and out of Euston just to learn everything, because there's quite a lot of crossovers, and then the line's a bit complicated, especially with that sort of that underpass. There's like an underpass there, similar to when you come out of St Pancras on Southeastern High Speed. So it just makes it a bit more complicated to learn. Southeastern High Speed is only 2 lines, but you got the up line and the down line. But with this, you got your up slow, fast, no, up slow, down slow, up fast, down fast. So it makes it a bit more complicated. Sounds like we got a wheel flat. Telling me this train just came out of maintenance, but we got a wheel flat. Dodgy. Speed limit 80. We do need to brake slightly earlier when stopping at Watford Junction because it's raining. And even if it stops raining, the ground is most certainly still going to be wet. Excuse me. So notch 1 of power seems to be balancing us out at 85 miles an hour, which is quite nice. Speed limit does shortly go up to 90, however. As we pass through where we initially started at Willesden. So it goes up to 90, then 110. It's quite overwhelming, like remembering this. That's a lot to learn. Just all these slight increases in the speed. I just find it very annoying when speed limits are like that. Like, what was it? It went up to 80. I'd just rather do 80. I'd rather do 80 up until here and then just go up to 110. It's annoying when it's 85, 90. That's very irritating. But I guess an experienced driver will probably just they'll probably know what notch to select. Like, I feel like they'll just select notch 2 or 3 and just leave it, and then they'll just slowly go up to 110. Or they go into notch 4 once they get to the 110 zone. The weather's disgusting. This is actually what the weather was like today, so this is kind of realistic. As we approach Wembley Central Station, my people, Wembley Central. Oh, my headphones are doing that annoying thing with the static. I think I need to get a new headset because I keep hearing static. Thankfully, it doesn't come through in the videos. I'm hoping it doesn't come through in the video. It shouldn't, because my microphone and my headset are not connected. So yeah, it's just annoying for me to have to endure. I've had this headset for over a year now, and then it has been through the trenches. That is getting really bad. Hold on, guys. Right, yeah, we're back. That was something I will not tolerate at all. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, this headset has been through the trenches. You know, the cable gets pulled about and all of that, and it was quite cheap as well. It was it was like £20. I got it when I first bought my PS5. So yeah, it's I think it's time to put it to rest now. Invest in a better one. Yeah. What notch of power are we in at the moment? We were in notch two. Notch two is holding us at 108. This train is quite powerful. Notch two holding us at 108. Wow. That something tells me this thing is more than capable of going above 110. But I'm guessing 110 is the safest top speed for it to be traveling at. We're going uphill as well. That's what makes it even more impressive. Alright, where are we? Harrow and Woodstone. Right, so I'm gonna do a 50% brake application at Bushy Station. And then I'll reduce it down shortly after that. Right, there's that very distinctive bridge that I don't know the name of, so that is an indication that we are not too far from Bushy Station. In fact, if I was stopping at Bushy Station, I'd probably use that as a braking point. That seems like a very solid braking point. I'm not sure why the sound of the rain went silent and then just suddenly came back, but okay. Do your thing. And now it's gone again. Wow. No, the sound of the rain was always there, but it changed. Right, I'm gonna shut off the power because we are one signal spacing away from Bushy. There's a bridge exactly identical to the to the one that we passed not too long ago, so that can definitely cause problems if I didn't notice the first one, and I'm using that as a breaking point, so maybe we'll reconsider that. Should have probably sounded the horn coming through there, but anyway. Alright, 60% brake application. Let the WSP do its thing, even though we're on train sim world, so WSP is doing nothing right now, but in real life it would definitely be doing its thing. We'll bring that down to 40%. Double yellow signal. Okay, so we have a red at the end of Watford Junction platform. 60 miles an hour. Up the braking force a bit more. Bring it back down. We're 12 carriages, so we can have a 30-mile-an-hour entry speed into the platform. Although that being said, we do have a red signal at the end of the platform. Is this a single yellow? Yeah, we have a red signal at the end of the platform, so maybe not 30 miles an hour. Maybe 20, 25. If this thing even wants to slow down. We need to remember that this thing doesn't have the best brakes. So here we'll just keep that in mind. We won't go too gentle on the brakes. Trying to be down to 20 for the AWS magnet. Just in time. And then we'll hang about in the minimum braking setting. And that seems to be keeping us on a very good braking curve. Just up the braking force as we get closer to the end of the platform, because you know how this thing is. And flew right past the stopping board, but stopped in the right place, so it is what it is. Maximum braking, neutral, DRA set. We have a red signal, door release on the left. That always throws me off. This is like the only train where the door open buttons are actually illuminated while the doors are closed, and the door close button is illuminated while the doors are open. Very backwards. Anyway, it's gonna tell me to lock the doors on a red signal again, isn't it? Is it cause it thinks I'm an idiot? It wants to make sure that I stop at Watford Junction. Is that what it is? You gave me a red signal at the start, as the platform starter signal, to make sure I don't go past. Ah, jolting. Anyway, fine. Get those doors closed. We'll have a little cheeky little look back as well. Look back dispatch. Yep, seems fine to me. My hair is getting wet. Hope I bought a do-rag today. And signal is green. DRA reset. Forward. It is pouring down with rain, so we're actually going to go into notch 1 initially. Give it a couple seconds. And then up to notch 2. 3. I think the zeros are quite sophisticated with the WSP capabilities, so they don't really slip a lot. And then once you get to 30 miles an hour, that is where you're pretty safe to go into notch 4 or maximum power in wet conditions. If you're rarely going to get wheel slip above 30 miles an hour. If you do, then you're in some terribly poor rail adhesion. Terribly poor, what is the word? You're in a significantly, there's a word for it, but I can't remember, but you need to report it to the signaller. Next station, Milton Keynes, my people. Milton Keynes in 30 miles. Wow. Got a whole load of nothing coming up. Enjoy. And is that a yellow signal in the distance? What is that? Oh no, it's the okay, it's bad lighting once again. Just start to cut back on the power ever so slightly. And once again, notch 2 of power seems to be holding us out at, what was that? Okay, junction morph board, we can disregard that. Yeah, notch 2 of power seems to be balancing us out at 107. We seem to be on a continuous upward gradient, a fairly consistent ratio, 1 in 300, between the 1 in 200 and 1 in 300 range. That seems to be what it's been for the past 15 miles. Maybe not 15 miles, at 10 miles or so. So yeah, just see, it's like a steady climb out of Euston up to Milton Keynes. We've got a reduction in the speed limit down to 100 shortly, so I'm gonna try my best to do a bit of calculations, and I'm gonna guess where I need to shut off the power. I'm gonna try to avoid using the brakes. I'm just gonna let gravity bring us down to below 100 miles an hour. So I'm gonna try my best to gauge where I need to shut the power off. I don't want to shut it off too early either. I want it to be perfectly timed. So we're doing 105 right now. Let's go for, because the gradient is kind of shallow, it's not too steep. Let's shut it off here, see what happens. I think I left it a bit too late. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to tap on the brakes ever so slightly. If we get to 102, I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah, 102. Ah, man, oh man, we'll just leave it. It goes up to 110 at the other side of whatever station this is anyway. Once again, me forgetting to sound the horn. Back up to 110, gonna give it 3 notches of power. 20 miles until Milton Keynes. Okay, yeah, we are accelerating. Sorry about the lack of commentary, guys. There's not really a lot for me to talk about. Yeah, this section between Watford and Milton Keynes is just very dead, very dull. So yeah, there's honestly not a lot for me to say. And I really need to learn the names of these stations that we pass through. Maybe if I need to try and see if there's an all-stopper service. I need to do my research. I'd love to drive an all-stopper service along here, but I don't know if there is one. There's the one that we got up at 110. I didn't even realize I'm on level terrain now. So let's shut off the power for now. Yeah, I need to see if there's an all-stopper service, because the one that goes to Tring, that stops at quite a few of the stations, but not all of them. I need to see if there's one that stops at every station. "16 miles left." It does seem quite slow, to be honest, but then again, a Pendolino would be doing an extra. It would be traveling 25 miles an hour faster than us, so 15 miles an hour faster than us technically. So yeah, that's probably why it feels kind of slow now, because it's my first time traveling on this stretch in a 350 on the fast lines. I've done the slow lines but not the fast lines. Just doing some throttle fiddling, trying to maintain 110. It's proving. Oh no, we're going downhill right now, so we may need to tap on the brakes very soon. No, we appear to be losing speed even though we're going downhill, which is interesting. We're gonna give it notch 1 of power because we got down to 107 miles an hour, so we're gonna slowly creep our way back towards 110. Okay, that is good to know, I guess. That is kind of comforting to know that the train doesn't really gain speed when going downhill, because it makes maintaining speed slightly easier. You can build up a muscle memory based on just the throttle. You don't need to worry about tapping on the brakes and coasting points and all that. I remembered that time. But yeah, notch 1 doing the trick. I love the lack of visibility due to the rain as well. You can just see the silhouettes of sorry, the way I pronounce certain words is actually hilarious. Silhouette. Oh, South London. Silhouette. You can just see the silhouettes of trees and stuff. It is quite spooky. "12 miles to go." How long have we been recording for? 19 minutes. So yeah, this is gonna be an even split video between the two parts, about 30 to 40 minutes for each part. That's what I aim to do when I'm doing my 2-part videos. It's very annoying that Share Factory doesn't let you upload videos that are longer than 60 minutes. I find that so irritating, because I can't be bothered to export my videos onto a USB device and then edit it on my computer or my phone. That just is too time consuming. Share Factory is very convenient when it comes to editing. Alright, we got a reduction in the speed limit down to 90. We're definitely going to need the brakes for that. So I'm going to shut off the power now. At this signal coming up, I'll get a light brake application in, and then up the braking force if necessary, and that is most likely going to be necessary. '93, '92, '91, '90. Okay, spot on. Damn near spot on. So what was it? It was 90. Oh, I can't even remember now. No, it went down to 100 at some point, and then it went back up to 110. Now it's gone down to 90, and then it's going back up to 110. Yeah, this is gonna be a nightmare to learn. Oh my goodness. Definitely need to make some notes. Yeah, in fact, one day I'll just all I need to do is just sit down and watch a video one day and just make some really detailed notes, and then that's all. That's what will. Once I get, that's the most difficult part about route learning, the note taking. Once you do the note taking, then you can drive HUD-Less and just look at the notes and then keep doing that until you don't need the notes anymore. With other routes, I've never really struggled to, like, I've learned driving on other routes with the HUD. Like, I've never really needed to rely on notes. I think the Gospel Oak to Barking line, I partially used notes, but then I think I only did notes in one direction, and then in the other direction, I kind of used a bit of common sense. Even though the speed limits aren't identical in the other direction, they are kind of similar. I don't know why I'm not even full power. So yeah, maybe I could just try. But the problem is, back then I used to play train sim quite a lot as well, so I had a lot of, I did get a lot of practice in. But I don't play the game a lot anymore, so it's yeah, maybe note taking would be the best option for me. And then back in the day, Southeastern High Speed. I remember Southeastern High Speed when it first came out. I learned that. I think I learned how to drive that HUD-Less within a month, 2 months max. I was just forcing myself. The technique I used was to drive with the HUD, and I would pay attention to the speed reductions only, and obviously the braking points for the stations as well. When you only focus on the speed reductions, it takes away the workload, because think about it, you don't actually need to know where speed increase is. You just look out for the board. When you see the board, you speed up. But the speed reduction, that's where you need to actually pay attention, because you need to know where to put the brakes in advance. And London Commuter, that because I used to play London Commuter quite a lot, or the Brighton Mainland I should say, back in my train sim classic days. I used to play Southeastern High Speed quite a bit as well, but not as much as the Brighton Mainland. So yeah, when London Commuter, I was almost able to instantly drive that HUD-Less. In fact, I was driving a HUD-Less, but I think the first couple runs, I would turn on the HUD every now and then just to make sure I'm doing the correct speed, because the speed limits, they're not exactly the same as they used to be in Train Sim Classic. So yeah, an example of this being Balcombe Tunnel, the 80 limit. I think nowadays the 80 limit carries on until the other side of Balcombe Tunnel when going southbound, but I think in Train Sim Classic, the 80 limit would end just before Balcombe Tunnel, I think, if I'm not mistaken. We're 2 miles out from Milton Keynes, so I'm gonna prepare to jump on the brakes. Is that Milton Keynes coming up there? It's gotta be in it. Yeah, we got a double yellow signal, so I'm gonna get a significantly heavy brake application in initially. Just leave it, let the train do its thing. It is quite terrifying. It feels like it doesn't want to slow down, but no, we'll be alright. From when we're passing the single yellow signal at less than 70 miles an hour, we're all good. It's weird. I'm in the minimum braking position, but we're basically stuck at 53 miles an hour. So it's like the brakes on this are just so ineffective. It's actually insane. Again, just bringing us down to below 20 miles an hour for the AWS magnet. Stopping at the end of the platform, of course. And we're being careful because we have an offside door release and this train has a very large gangway. So it makes it difficult to see the correct stopping position. But like I said, we're taking it up to the end of the platform, so it shouldn't be an issue. There we are. I was hoping we get the board in the window, but no, too good to be true. Unless, no, we didn't. All right. Maximum braking, neutral, DRA set, and we have a door release on the right. Lovely stuff. Right, let's turn the wiper off. Another driver would be taking over from us, but we'll just shut the cab down anyway. Headlights off, tail lights on. No, on. Okay, there we go. Off. I will not be locking the doors, thank you very much. Master key out. Safety systems disabled. You can hear the sound of the wind rushing through the panel gaps. Nice attention to detail there. Yeah. Right, my peep. Are you kidding me? I'm not having that. Yeah. How well did we do with the stopping position? Again, pretty decent to be honest. Anyway. Oh, looking back, that was actually a decent place to be. Do you know what? We'll just wrap it up like this. Yeah. And that, my people, concludes this playthrough of the, what is it, the return to service, back in service scenario on the West Coast Main Line in Train Sim World. We got a bit of fun though. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Constructive feedback and criticism is more than welcome in the comment section below and is highly appreciated. If you'd like to further support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love.